Robert Eggers, he's back. After his brothers decided to besmirch the family name with their atrocious movie earlier this year that had Brandy cleaning up racist old white women shit for an hour and 30 minutes, he's decided to tell his brothers, back up, bro. Let me show you how you make a suspenseful, beautiful, enchanting film.
Nosferatu.
Or, as some like to call him, Dracula. Since that's pretty much all he is. This movie is being touted as one of the best movies of the year. I don't think it's the best movie of the year. I do think it's a really good movie, though. I think it's fantastic to just look at. I think it's probably one of the most beautiful looking movies this year. It looks almost like a dream at times. It's Robert Eggers. Robert Eggers has never made an ugly movie. He's only made movies that look fantastic to look at. So why would he stop now? I just have like one big complaint. I just have like one complaint, and that is in the acting department. There is a particular actor in this movie who I do think is giving a how do you say it? Pretty bad performance, and that actor is Aaron Taylor Johnson. Unfortunately, this guy has been a part of one of the worst movies this month, but also one of the best movies this month. But he's bad in both. To me, he just feels a little bit out of place here. He seems to be playing his character overly dramatic, almost like he's in a theater play, which is making it hard for me to take his character or anything regarding him seriously. And he does go through some of the darkest things in this movie. He doesn't feel like he's actually the character. It feels like he's acting to me. That's an unfortunate thing for me to have to say that, because he was one of the reasons why I was excited for this movie. Aaron Taylor Johnson is a great actor. He's fantastic in most things that he's in. I was really coming in here to praise him, and unfortunately I have to say I didn't like him in this as well. I do think he gives a better performance in here than Craven, though. Granted, everybody who's involved in Craven, in any other movie that came out ever in their career, has given a better performance in whatever movie that is than anyone can in Craven. Outside of that, everyone else here gives amazing performance. Lily Rose Depp, really get to see the depth in which she can act. I didn't think she was bad in The Idol. I just think The Idol overall was just a bad show that so happened she was attached to, and it was making her look bad. I think she was one of the highlights of that show. I just think that show was just so horny that there was only like two things she was doing in that show. It was either her being naked writhing around, being horny with The Weeknd, or her being sedated but horny by herself. Here, she's really great. I do think she carries this film a lot. She has to go through so many different dimensions in her character, from being like this love lovey and dovey to her husband played by Nicholas Holt, Tom, to being demon possessed, to being a melancholic and almost depressed, and then it's times when she also has to be horny. She's a wide range. She's a full on human in this movie. Finally, Lily Rose Depp is a human in a movie, in a piece of media. I'm so happy to see that for her. So yeah, she has to channel a lot of different emotions in this movie, and she hits everyone perfectly. She's great. One thing I don't like about Lily Rose Depp is her eyes. She has like very like dead eyes to me, but it also kind of works for this movie at times. Her eyes looking as low and darkened and sunken as they do. It works here, but I was just kept looking at her eyes at times, like going, "Damn, open up your eyes, shorty. There's a world in front of you." You know what I'm saying? There's a 6'5" bald headed Transylvanian demon vampiric god in front of you. Your eyes are still not open. Then she rolls her eyes in the back of her head and she go, "Arr!" And I'm like, okay, there she go. Now she's starting to understand the gravity of the situation she's in. Nicholas Holt here as her husband Tom. He's sent out to the Count, to get this piece of real estate signed off, and that really does kick off the entire, pretty much the story and premise going on here. And Nicholas Holt is Nicholas Holt. He's great. It's just funny to me because last year he was just playing someone who worked for Dracula in Renfield, and now he's back again working with Dracula. But he's great, as this guy who has to go, over here and doing what's best for him, his wife, and for ultimately his future family, to set them up and put them in a great situation. as a husband and what one to do for his wife and family. Emma Corrin, she was in Deadpool and Wolverine earlier this year. Now she's here as Aaron Taylor Johnson's wife. She's good. She's not in it that much. She's pretty one note. There are times where she has to go above and beyond, and she does. But for the most part, it's not really centered around her. Like I said, she doesn't have much to do here, but she is good for the times that she is in it. And the person here who completely steals the show, the guy who always steals the show, the man who robs every movie of its aura, and it just becomes his. William Dafoe. Come on, man. William Dafoe here is amazing. Every scene, I was on my edge of my seat, just pretty much waiting for William Dafoe to show up, and when he does, he makes this whole thing just. He takes it up a notch to make it more believable and make it more cinematic and dramatic in what it's doing. He's been pretty much casted away from the science community because even though he does love science, because he does this paranormal stuff, people look at him as a crazy whack job. He's like a hermit going crazy. That everything that he's been talking about is finally coming to fruition. Everything that he's been studying for is finally here. The demons, the ghouls, the paranormal things that he's been obsessed with is real and becoming. He's becoming useful, and you just love every moment of him throughout this movie. But you can't talk about this whole movie without talking about one particular character here, an actor, Bill Skarsgård as Nosferatu or Count Orlok. He's great. He doesn't sound like Bill Skarsgård at all. He brings a lot to this role. His voice, his octave, he sounds like an old Russian man. And I think Bill Skarsgård was like 32. This man sounds like he's 106. So what he's done with this character and how he sounds, voicing him is something to behold, and it's fantastic. He brings a great presence to him due to his size. He has a towering presence among everybody, and with this also towering voice that sounds like somebody who smokes a old Russian man who just smokes 100 packs a day for the last 170 years. This is a great film. The pace is also pretty well. At first, you're kind of like, is this gonna be a slower, overly slow pace film? Does this really need to be 2 hours? But as the movie goes along, the pace starts to feel more and more natural, and you start to really feel like, no, you do need the 2 hours and 20 minutes. I don't see anything while I'm watching it that I say you don't need to go to there, you can cut that out. But everything is here to create tone and a sense of dread for whatever character that Count Orlok may set his sights on. So you need every minute of this movie for you to really feel that sense of dread and that creepy feeling that he brings to this movie. And I'm happy to see a movie that really does utilize its time wisely. Sometimes you watch a lot of these movies and they're just doing shit just to make up time. This movie is really great. Do I think it's the best movie of the year? No. But I do think it's a great movie for you to watch that will give you some frights, give you some scares, and creep you out as well. I will be giving Nosferatu a rating of 8.5 out of 10. Again, very great, very awesome, great experience. Looks beautiful, looks like a painting at times. It's great, man. 2 hours and 20 minutes. I wouldn't recommend you to take you and your family. It's definitely not a family film. There is dick, there is tits, there is vagina, there's everything of the human body. There's blood, there's some deaths that may hit you hard. There's a lot of things going on here. Thank you guys for watching. If you agree with me, why don't you go ahead and leave a like? And if you don't agree with me, why don't you subscribe? Because I say a lot of things here. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of opinions coming out this mouth here. It just dribbles out. And if you liked everything here and you just, it's your first time here, man, go ahead, like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You like me, you like my face, you like my opinions, you like this movie, you like everything here. You like black people, like and subscribe. So hey, if you don't like and subscribe, I guess you're racist. I don't make the rules. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, good and bye.